Welcome or welcome back to my channel, all of my beautiful kitties. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we're going to go ahead and get right into some PR unboxing from Saviland. I'm excited about this because ever since starting my nail journey, I have seen Saviland all over Amazon, and I'm super excited to finally try one of their products. The first thing that I noticed on the packaging is that they are vegan and cruelty-free, which is always a big plus in my book, as I am ever looking for ways to cut down on my consumption and usage of animal products or products that are tested on animals. So kudos to them for that. Now, I don't know if that's all of their products or just this kit, but since this kit is the one I'm using today, that's a huge plus in my book. So the kit first comes with a big bag of full cover nail tips. They are long coffin, and there are 500 in this bag, which is a huge plus, which means that you have a bunch of nail tips so that you can use this multiple times. I think that this is one of the full cover nail tip kits that has more tips in it per se than others, so that's awesome. I love how they are all full cover nail tips, so that's a plus in my book since I review gel polishes quite often. So as you can see here, the tips are very, very sturdy, especially from the free edge to the tip where you do want the most amount of strength and structure. And then as you can see, the area that would go up against your cuticle and your nail bed is nice and flexible. And as you can see, I did bend it quite a bit and there was no whitening of the tip, so that's always a plus. The next thing that comes in this kit is a file and buffer. Now, I would not suggest this file and buffer to anyone that is, used to doing their own nails at home, that would already have a file and buffer on hand. But this is definitely handy for someone who might be trying, do-it-yourself at-home nails for the first time, to have a file and buffer, because a lot of people, I'm sure, do not have those things on hand. Then they also sent along a nail tip cutter, which this is actually a really nice nail tip cutter. That was a little bit of stuff that was on the nail tip cutter from when I first originally unboxed it. I did a demonstration of how well it cuts an already pre-made nail that I had made. Fun fact, I did lose the original unboxing footage, so this is kind of a re-unboxing. Then you also get their, I think it's like 5-in-1 or 6-in-1 nail extend glue gel. This stuff is super, super thick. I did use this as my base and application gel for the nail tips, but I also used this as my base coat before I did my nail art today. You'll be able to see how it works for both of those things. And I really, really liked this base gel. This stuff was like super, super thick. And it's really, really good. I really like this stuff. And last but not least, the last item that came in this full cover nail tip kit is their mini UV LED nail lamp. Now, this is pretty much the same as other UV LED nail lamps. I did notice that this one feels a bit warmer. I did definitely feel more physical heat from this nail lamp than others. But it basically has like an open front and sides so that you can apply the nail to the finger and then place it into the nail lamp without having to make it crooked or anything like that. It just gives you more range of motion when applying full cover nail tips or even, regular nail tips. Now, the thing that is different between this nail lamp and one other that I have unboxed on my channel is that this comes with a regular, like the older USB type charger plugs. This is not a type C. So for today's demonstration, I did use the cord that came with this kit. Normally with my other one, I use my own cord because I have all C chargers. So here I'm just giving you a good look at the nails. This was the largest size that they had, and it pretty much fit my thumb. So, I just had to do a little bit of filing, and this is what my nails were looking like before we applied our nails. So I don't like to do too much in the way of prep. Since I do the pop-off method for these videos, it's been a while since I, did a nail set that I kept on. But I did want to demonstrate how important prep is for this video. So for the sake of this demonstration, I am going to do a little bit of cuticle prep. I'm not going to prep my natural nail other than the cuticle prep, just because I have been growing out my nails and letting them thicken up. And I've also been taking a multivitamin to get my nails a bit stronger. I was a nail biter for many, many years, and since I've been doing the pop-off method, and wearing nails in general, I've actually gotten a lot better with that. So, I'm not in like a hurry to thin out my nails, and as I've said before, I am not a professional nail tech, although I do want to get my license at some point in the near future. I am just a do-it-yourselfer who is a graduate from the YouTube School of Nails. So yeah, I just watch YouTube videos and I learned how to do this stuff, and I try to pass on the things that I've learned to you guys, and hope that it will help somebody else out on their do-it-yourself at home nail journey. So after I used my snakehead nail bit to just kind of loosen up some of the extra, dead cuticle that is stuck to the nail, I'm gonna go in with my cuticle pusher, and I'd like to do this step after I have loosened up some of the gunk, because I don't like to put a lot of pressure on my cuticles. I have very, very, very sensitive, like the eponychium, which is the area behind the cuticle that the cuticle actually protects. So because it's so sensitive, I like to keep, my cuticle prep and stuff like that to a minimum, just to not irritate the area, because I am very prone to dry skin around that area, and it's not the strongest part of my hands. So, this is just how I like to prep my cuticles. After I do that, I go in with this ball bit that you see here, and I kind of try to remove any of the extra dead part of the cuticle. Now, I have kind of strayed away from cutting my cuticles just because I found that seems to weaken, the eponychium area at the back of my nail bed. I know that it is a popular thing to do, especially in Russian manicures, but I personally did not like to do it anymore just because I don't like the way that, my fingers and that area feels afterwards. So then I'm just going to go ahead and take a manicure brush, and I'm going to get some rubbing alcohol and scrub out very gently the extra dust and debris from my cuticle prep. So when attaching these full cover nail tips, it's very important that you want to etch out the inside of the nail that is going to cover your nail bed. And as you can see here, I measured each of my nail beds and I did my etching. So now we're going to go ahead and go in with the 6-in-1. I do have a peel off base coat, which is why you did not see me file or apply any dehydrator or primer. But if you are planning on keeping these nails on for an extended period of time, I highly suggest buffing your nails with a fine grit nail file or a fine grit sanding band if you're using a nail drill on a very low speed. I usually do about 5 to 6 RPMs on the nail drill, and applying some dehydrator and primer before applying your base gel. So as you can see, I just brushed a little bit of the base gel onto the inside of the nail tip where I had etched, and then I also placed a small amount in the cuticle of the full cover nail tip. And you're going to apply the pressure from, I like to slide the nail along my nail bed and then put pressure going from the cuticle towards the free edge. And this kind of helps to make sure that the gel spreads evenly. As you can see here, I kind of slide it back and then apply the pressure from the eponychium nail bed area towards the free edge of the nail. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do this to all of my nails, and I'm going to come right back. So here you can see what the nails are looking like now that I have applied them. I'm really liking the shape of these full cover nail tips. And I also like how well the gel worked applying them. I think it's due to the thickness of it. It was definitely a very, very easy, quick application. And then I'm just gonna go in with a safety bit, and I'm going to clean up some of the spillage in the cuticle area. I did accidentally put a bit too much gel, so that's something that you want to try to avoid doing, just because then you will have like a weird raised bumpy area in your cuticle area, as I do here. That was totally my error. That had nothing to do with the product, because the rest of the nails were perfectly fine and only needed like very minimal cleanup. And then I just wanted to go in with my sanding band and finish smoothing that out. I think I was on about like 5 RPMs, just because I don't like to go in too heavy or too fast anywhere near my natural nail bed or skin with any type of sanding band or drill bit. And then you're just going to see me go ahead and finish cleaning up the cuticle area. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to buff out the shine off of the nail tips, because I am going to be doing some nail art today with these nails, just to demonstrate how even with nail art, the application of these nails is super quick and super easy, and definitely great for someone who's trying to get a, full set of nails in a very short amount of time. And this is what we are looking like all buffed out. And I love how even after I buffed out the nails with the sanding band, they still have an incredible amount of strength. So here we're gonna go ahead and get into some nail art. For this portion of the video, we're just gonna do a quick fall color inspired ombre, vertical ombre, and we're gonna go ahead and throw on some cute little gold butterflies. The first thing I wanna do before applying any type of nail art is I wanna go ahead and throw down a base coat. Now, I did start off using another base coat because I want to show you the difference in the consistency and the quality of using the 6-in-1 gel as a nail art base coat. So the first 3 fingers, I'm gonna go ahead and use one of the base coats that I have on hand. And then for the ring finger and pinky finger, we're gonna go ahead and use the 6-in-1 that came with this Saviland nail kit. And as you can see, I am definitely putting just as thin of a layer of the Saviland base gel as I did the other one, just because I wanted to give it a fair comparison, just so that you could see the consistency and the thickness of this gel when used as a base coat before your nail art on a buffed tip. As you can see, even before I have cured the base gel, you can see that there is a definite difference in the smoothness of the finish on the nails. And even after I have wiped them with some rubbing alcohol, you can definitely see that the nails with the Saviland base gel are much smoother than the ones with the other base gel. So definitely recommend. And these are just the 2 colors that we're gonna go ahead and do our vertical ombre with. I did choose these 2 jelly colors because I was going for like a jelly fall look. Originally, I was going to try to do along the lines of that trend with like the optical illusion nail art, where you do the 2 colors underneath and then you do the 2 colors over the top of it and you ombre them and then either swipe or, that whole thing. But it did not turn out how I planned. I think it's because I was just using the jelly colors and they were not going with any other colors that I was trying. So we just ended up doing this super cute vertical ombre today. I definitely still loved the way it came out. I really loved this kit. It was definitely super simple directions to follow. The product was very easy to use. Everything cured properly. I did not have any issues. I did have some product spillage into the cuticle, but again, that was my error. The gel is like super thick, which is a great thing. That isn't by no means a bad thing. I was just not expecting it, and I put too much on a couple of the nails, but definitely a super easy process to apply. And then it even gives you time to throw on some quick nail art like I'm doing here. And for a quick little ombre like you see here, I'm just gonna throw the two colors side by side. And then as you saw, I swiped up and down, and then I swiped back and forth just to ombre the colors together. And this is what they're gonna be looking like. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the whole hand. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the way that these came out. These nail tips made it super easy and quick to achieve this look because it did not take me a super long amount of time to apply my acrylic, my nail tips, or even polygel takes a while. And if you do hard gel, I feel like to me hard gel is harder, but that's just me. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna finish up this look with some really pretty holographic gold butterflies, and then a little bit of like holographic lacy gold sticker on the thumb. Now, if you are interested in trying out this kit or any of their other products, I will not only put my code up on the screen for 20% off, which is Katie20, but I will also leave the direct link down in the box below, as well as the link to their site and to their Amazon storefront. I definitely really enjoyed using this kit. Full cover nail tips are always my go-to for a quick look. And I'm just really loving the shape of these. I think that they did an excellent job in creating these full cover nail tips. So big shout out to Saviland for sending them over for me to try out. I will definitely be using these for my future videos. Thanks so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I hope that you'll join me for future videos.